Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to another episode of American Pro Wrestling. Let's get to the action. All right, I'm here with TJ Walker, and tonight he's going to be going up against Anthony Rucker for that television championship, trying to regain it.
I got Anthony Rucker tonight. I'm going to get my title back because that's mine. I am the uncrowned best wrestler on American Pro Wrestling Television. I also want to discuss my weekend plans. Tomorrow night, Bryson Phipps is going to get his hide in handed to him. He's going to get sent right back down Route 19 to Nicholas County, where he came from. And then Saturday in Bluefield, I'm going to get my title that I deserve, the PWL Tag Team Championship. Dixon is still in Thailand. He kind of got hung up on that chicken chow mein, if you know what I mean. But he's going to be back real soon for the Saturday night show. Rumor has it, and this is strictly rumor, that Big Carl Black got scared, and he's not going to make it on Saturday night. I hear Carl's got a little yellow running up his backside, if you know what I mean.
I haven't heard that, but...
You haven't heard a lot of things. How tall would you be if you could have picked? Now, for all these people sitting out here in the crowd that seem to want to boo me and jeer me every week, you guys had better get used to what's going on. Things are changing in APW. Joe Brody has had enough of the foolishness. Kevin Tyler, if you're listening, our issues from the past are done. Me and you see things eye to eye. Jeff Paul, we buried the hatchet a long time ago. And Joe Brody and I have always seen eye to eye. I'm looking forward to see what happens, because I too am tired of the kick pad wearing, fingernail painting little boys that we have to deal with. And speaking of that, I'm about to walk to the ring and teach Anthony Rucker a lesson.
All right, fans, let's go to the ring for our television title match.
For the APW Television Championship. Introducing first, the challenger. From Oak Hill, West Virginia, weighing in at 235 pounds, he is the former APW Television Champion, TJ Walker. His opponent, from Fairmont, West Virginia, weighing in at 228 pounds, he is the current reigning, defending APW Television Champion, Anthony Rucker.
All right, wrestling fans, welcome to another exciting episode of American Pro Wrestling. I'm Clutch Carver. John Covey Cole could not be here this week, so I'm flying solo for this exciting television title match opening up our program. We have the current reigning television champion, Anthony Rucker, defending against the man he won it from, and TJ Walker. TJ Walker, uncharacteristic clean break, I should say. Also conspicuous by his absence is TJ Walker's partner, Dixon Bad, apparently still in Thailand this week. Lock up and back into the corner, and TJ Walker claiming that there was a hair pull, and Anthony Rucker flexing. Claiming he's a body guy, but he's up against a pretty sizable guy in TJ Walker, so we're going to see how much that holds up. And Rucker actually showing some power right off this headlock, but Walker slips back out, reverses into a headlock of his own. Takeover. Referee checking for the shoulders. Rucker trying to outmaneuver Walker on the ground. Rucker showing some of that body guy power. But Walker slips into a head scissors. Working Anthony Rucker over. TJ Walker, in the interview before this match, he certainly gave a big challenge to Anthony Rucker, but he also name-dropped a lot of guys in the Mid-Atlantic Aces, which is just recently formed here in American Pro Wrestling. And I'm not sure, he basically said he had no beef with any of them. Mid-Atlantic Aces, full of veterans. Here in Anthony Rucker dropped toe hold into a little bit of a leg trap there, and now into a waist lock. A lot of back and forth technical wrestling here. But TJ Walker taking a shortcut, then nails Anthony Rucker with a big shoulder block. But as I was saying, TJ Walker having no problem with the Mid-Atlantic Aces, consisting of a lot of veterans, but he proclaimed that he was tired of young guys like Anthony Rucker coming in and taking over. And I don't know if that's just sour grapes from losing his television championship to Anthony Rucker. He's certainly taking any aggression and jealousy he has out on Anthony Rucker right now, trying to regain that television championship. Anthony Rucker gets out. Coming in. Running drop kick. 1, 2. Almost got the 2 count after a thunderous running drop kick. Did Anthony Rucker. Rucker now throwing some hands at TJ Walker across the ring, and misses the splash into the corner, and TJ Walker capitalizing immediately with a big vertical suplex, going for the pin, hooks the leg, only a 2 count for TJ Walker. And the crowd still getting behind Anthony Rucker. And a pendulum backbreaker from TJ Walker. 2. Does not get the 3 with that backdrop, but Walker now, some shots to the face. Rucker. Rucker with the backslide too. And Anthony Rucker has retained the television championship.
Your winner, and still the APW television champion, Anthony Rucker!
I'm here with the Mid-Atlantic Aces, Joe Brody. This group was formed recently, but it seems like this has been in the planning for a while.
Hey, you know what? I love it when a plan comes together, and it doesn't come together any better than what happened right here in the Mountain State Sportatorium last week. Man, you talk about action, you talk about tension, and you talk about success. We dealt out some pain this last week, and we're going to deal out some more here tonight because the APW Tag Team Champions, the Mid-Atlantic Aces, Kevin Tyler and Tony Perdue, are in the house, and under my guidance and leadership, we are going to be...
Is this Anthony Xavier? Welcome back.
Thank you. Hey, Kevin. Look, I know I've been gone for a little bit, but it kind of hurts that you replaced me with another bald guy named Anthony. Dude, we started Country Roads as a tribute to them, the hard-working people who come here every Thursday night, and this is how you repay me, man? Is this literally how we're going to have to do it? Seriously.
I got something. You don't address my wrestlers. You don't address my men. I'm the one that makes the decisions. You address me. So here's what we're going to do, Anthony Xavier. I tell you what. How about this? How about you get yourself a partner, and we'll settle it where it needs to be settled, right there in the ring. And we're going to beat you up so bad, somebody's going to want to call somebody.
You know what, Joe Brody? I expected better from you and all three of you. But guess what? I'm a fighter, and I'm not going to give up. I will find a new tag team partner, and I will take those APW Tag Team Championships away from you bozos, and we're going to see who the Aces really are.
I think my guys are saying that they want this to happen. You guys want this to happen?
Yes, because let me tell you what, real life, this is the part where you sit down and you shut up. Real life, who's been reaching out to you for the past couple weeks? Who's been there messaging you? Now we're going to talk about real life. Who's been messaging you? Who's been messaging you while your new baby was born? Who's been out there looking for you? Been what, last week? No return calls, no text messages, no Facebook messages. I know you've seen the bubble go down, but guess what? I am where I am. And brother, I asked you to meet me at the crossroads. You couldn't give an answer, but now I see what the answer is. But now you must understand, yes, I love you, but business is business. Joe Brody is the vision. He is the awakening. He is what's happening right now. And you need to look me in the eyes and realize that this is the next best thing coming. And nobody in this area, not the Mid-Atlantic, not the West Coast, not the North, not the South, is going to touch us.
I tell you what, Clutch Carver, we're going to do this in the ring right here tonight. How about that? We're going to do it in the ring right now. You good for that? You the part paperwork together. Titles. The winning team is the APW Tag Team Champions right here tonight.
Arts, located in Bassett, Stewart, and Floyd, Virginia, offers martial arts classes specializing in Little Dragons, Taekwondo, Karate, and Sport Karate Competition Team. RMA has programs from ages 3 to adult, including family programs. Grandmaster instructor, 7-time world champion, and USMA Hall of Fame inductee Scott Rutter has over 35 years studying and 25 years instructing martial arts. Martial arts can help you increase focus, learn self-control, self-discipline, respect, as well as increase awareness, self-defense, and social skills in a fun and safe environment. For more information, check Rutter's Martial Arts out on Facebook or visit www.ruttersmartialarts.org or call 276-340-3944.
All right, Joe Brody, you're out here with American Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion Joe Paul.
Don't say that. This is the American Heavyweight Champion. How many times I got to tell you, people, look at this knot on top of his head. You know what that is? This guy brushes his teeth by holding that thing. He holds his toothbrush steady, and then he moves his head back and forth. Come on, man, get with it. What we're going to do right now, Chase Bennett, the PWO Heavyweight Champion, has been asking and begging and pleading. He wants another shot. at Jeff Paul and the American heavyweight title, okay? But we're going to do that. But I got a little bit of surprise for Chase Bennett tonight. How about this? Since the American champion has put his belt up on the line multiple times and Chase Bennett can't get it done, tonight in the ring, both titles are on the line. The PWL title and the American title. Let's go to the ring, champ. You got anything you want to tell them?
First off, your choice of a hairstyle makes me sick to my stomach. You should be ashamed of yourself. Second off, how many times does the champ have to be the imposter, Chase Bennett, before people take note that there is no comparison between Jeff Paul and Chase Bennett?
I got so much faith, I'm going to go in the back and let the champ handle his business. How about that?
All right. Title unification match coming up next here in American Pro Wrestling.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. And it is champion versus champion, title versus title, winner take all unification match. Introducing first, representing the Mid-Atlantic Aces, now residing out of Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 263 pounds, he is the American Heavyweight Champion, Jeff Paul! His opponent, from Charleston, West Virginia, weighing in at 238 pounds, he is the PWL Heavyweight Champion of the World, Chase Bennett! Ladies and gentlemen, I have been informed by Jeff Paul for a moment of silence as he removes his tank top.
All right, fans, we're here with a title unification match. The American Heavyweight Champion, Jeff Paul, is putting his title up against the PWL Heavyweight Champion in Chase Bennett tonight. On this night full of title matches. Jeff Paul already going on the offensive. Just stomping Chase Bennett down in the corner. Referee right on top of it with the 5 count. But Jeff Paul coming off the ropes with a leg drop. Oh! Ref down, 1, 2. 2 count. Jeff Paul starting this match off with a bang. Is right on Chase Bennett right from the start. Oh! And a knee right to the midsection of Chase Bennett. Jeff Paul, again, trying to end it early. Only a 2 count on Chase Bennett. Chase Bennett Those showing some fire, fighting back blows to the midsection, coast to coast. Jeff Paul, the spinning clothesline, and another attempt at the pin. 2 count on Chase Bennett. And something has lit a fire under Jeff Paul. 1, 2, only a 2 count. And you can tell he's starting to get frustrated, not being able to put Chase Bennett away immediately. But as I was saying, something has lit a fire under Jeff Paul. I'm not sure if it's the tutelage of Joe Brody or the and blow to the throat, or the safety in numbers of the Mid-Atlantic Aces that has given Jeff Paul this sort of, he's always had a vicious streak, but there just seems to be a little extra aggression coming out of Jeff Paul tonight. Going for the pin again. 2. Only a 2 count again. And even as Jeff Paul's frustration grows, he is certainly tiring Chase Bennett out, not just with that flurry of offense at the start, but these repeated pin attempts. Chase Bennett snatches a DDT of his own. 1, 2, only a 2 count. And I have to wonder how much Chase Bennett has in the tank after sustaining all of these big moves from Jeff Paul and these pin attempts. Well, he certainly has a lot left in those forearms. Elbows right to Jeff Paul, but Jeff Paul catches him on the comeback. Now just choking Chase Bennett. Jeff Paul ramming that shoulder into the ring post. And now just wrenching on it, trying to separate the shoulder. Jeff Paul not really jawing with the crowd as often as he does. He's just stayed on Chase Bennett this entire time. Chase Bennett, though, finding the strength. 1, 2, finding the strength to reverse that suplex. But you have to wonder how much energy did he expend in trying that comeback. But big chop to the chest of Jeff Paul. And another big chop. Chase Bennett just stalking Jeff Paul around the ring. Jeff Paul, that's a little more like the Jeff Paul I know, a little bit of a beg off. And then a cheap shot. And Chase Bennett is on the floor, and Jeff Paul is back on offense once again. Jeff Paul just punishing Chase Bennett all around the ring. And Jeff Paul proclaiming it's over, and he's going up top. High risk, but will it give a high reward? But Chase Bennett up to his feet and sends Jeff Paul flying. 1, 2. Very close 2 count. Chase Bennett showing the heart and the strength to throw a guy Jeff Paul's size off the top turnbuckle, and that nearly got him the win. Back again to the chops in the corner. Jeff Paul reverses, and Jeff Paul out of the corner. And Chase Bennett clotheslines back elbows, and a belly-to-back suplex. A German holding on. Three big German suplexes by Chase Bennett and Joe Brody. Joe Brody is out here. Joe Brody saying earlier that he wasn't going to be at ringside because he had that much faith in Jeff Paul, but I'm not sure that faith has remained as he's now at ringside. Chase Bennett with his back to Jeff Paul. This is a dangerous spot to be in. Jeff Paul in the corner, known for that spear. Big spear on Chase Bennett. Gets the 3 count. And we now have, as Joe Brody yells at me, a unified champion in Jeff Paul.
Champion, Jeff Paul!
Cowboy Jim's is now Grundy Flea Market. New ownership, same friendly vendors. Huge selection of merchandise with knives of all types. Tools galore, mechanics tools, garden tools, general merchandise. Anything you want. Men's clothing, women's clothing. Books, albums, CDs, household furniture of all kinds. Quality, styles, and types. Home decor. Handcrafted leather goods, quality, unique items of interest, even pool tables and mini golf. Open Thursdays, noon to 5, Friday and Saturday, 9 to 6 p.m., and Sundays, noon to 5. Come on out to Grundy Flea Market and find out where the deals are in your area. We want to see you.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit, where the winners will become officially the APW Tag Team Champions. Introducing first, now residing out of Las Vegas, Nevada, at a total combined weight of 512 pounds, Kevin Tyler, Tony Purdue, the Mid-Atlantic Aces. Their opponents, at a total combined weight of 453 pounds, the team of Anthony Xavier, and he is one of one, Nate Saturn.
All right, fans, we're here at APW with big tag team action. A very interesting tag team title match we have going on right now. We have one half each of the current tag team champions, Kevin Tyler and Anthony Xavier, splitting up, and they've chosen their respective partners to see who will walk away with both belts. Kevin Tyler choosing Tony Perdue, his stablemate with the Mid-Atlantic Aces, but Anthony Xavier choosing 1-1 Nate Saturn. A lot of words being thrown around in the middle of the ring right now, but 1-1 Nate Saturn, who is certainly no stranger to either men in the opposite team, being trained by Tony Perdue. And then Kevin Tyler, just in the last few weeks, turned on Nate Saturn as a tag team partner. So I'm sure this young man has a bone to pick with both guys on the other side. And now Tony Perdue jawing at Anthony Xavier. Xavier does not seem fazed by any of this and immediately grabs a headlock. Tony Perdue now trying to apply a little pressure on the midsection in that headlock, but Anthony Xavier just powers over Tony Perdue. And only a 2 count. Tony Perdue trying to slip a win early with that quick roll up. Anthony Xavier back in the corner. Some tag team continuity already being shown by Anthony Xavier and Nate Saturn. Certainly having picked a good partner for this match. Nate right on top of Tony Perdue, working that headlock. Now I'm not sure if Tony Perdue regrets teaching Nate Saturn so well or not, because he's certainly applying those lessons to Tony Perdue right now. This crowd firmly behind Nate Saturn. Tony Perdue working back up to his feet. And will this be a clean break? It is not. Saturn into the ropes, ducks the clothesline, grabs the headlock and into the takeover again. I think Tony Perdue thought he had maybe outsmarted his former protege there, but Nate Saturn immediately going back on the offensive. This crowd, as I've said before, they are firmly behind Nate Saturn. I think the crowd here at the Mountain State Sportatorium has already gotten a little tired of all of the chicanery of the Mid-Atlantic Aces. Well, first, Tony Perdue turning on Nate Saturn, and then Kevin Tyler turning on Nate Saturn. Nate Saturn, beautiful hip toss. Tony Perdue up and hurting and back into a headlock takeover. Kevin Tyler venturing a little bit further out from his corner than perhaps he should be. Ref needs to watch that. Nate Saturn just grinding down Tony Perdue. Kevin Tyler had started the match, but then tagged in Tony Perdue right away, and it's been Tony Perdue taking the brunt of a lot of the offense of Anthony Xavier and Nate Saturn. Perdue off the ropes and double hip toss. Tony Perdue is hurting, and down for a 2 count from that. And Anthony Xavier right back on top. A front face lock. Good ring positioning by Anthony Xavier, cutting off the ring. Cutting the ring in half, rather. You can tell the accomplished tag team wrestler is really coming out in Anthony Xavier, even with a new partner he has not forgotten the strategy that being in a tag team match makes. Anthony Xavier slowing Tony Purdue down with that arm. And Tony Purdue got fed up and raised a closed fist. Anthony Xavier making him pay. More tag team continuity from Anthony Xavier with his new partner, Nate Saturn, hoping to take home all the gold tonight. Kevin Tyler jawing at Nate Saturn as he works that arm of Tony Purdue. Referee signaling that Tony Purdue does not give up yet, but Tony Purdue's actually been in there for quite some time. Oh, but just forgets any pretense of technical wrestling and just starts hammering Nate Saturn with those kicks. Across the ring, into the corner, and feet right to the face from Nate Saturn. Nate Saturn showing the agility that Kevin Tyler. Kevin Tyler yanking the ropes. And Nate Saturn now in a precarious position. A tree of woe followed up by a big shoulder block from Tony Purdue. And Anthony Xavier trying to check on his tag team partner, but I'm not sure that that's going to do much good helping. As the ref was pulled to the side. Kevin Tyler now just stepping on the throat, basically, of Nate Saturn. And Nate Saturn looks so much worse for the wear than just a few moments ago. That's the kind of momentum change that a veteran team like Kevin Tyler with Tony Purdue can affect in a match. Kevin Tyler working that midsection. A couple of scoop slam backbreakers, and now just stretching Nate Saturn across his knee. Saturn reaching out for a tag anywhere. I'm not sure he realizes where he is just from all that pain. Referee signaling that Nate Saturn does not give up. 1, 2. Kevin Tyler just nailing Nate Saturn. Now wearing him out with pin attempt after pin attempt. Anthony Xavier has had enough. But now the ref now occupied with Anthony Xavier. You see this so much in tag team wrestling. So many guys have so much fire and so much heart, but it comes at the detriment of their partners sometimes. Kevin Tyler with a big knee right to the midsection of Nate Saturn. Now just working that back more and more. Now a sitting chin lock. Oh! Just measured an elbow. 2 straight elbows. Kevin Tyler just working over Nate Saturn's back. Now, Tony Purdue telling the ref to watch Anthony Xavier, and then sneaks in the ring. There was no tag. Now arguing with the ref over whether a tag happened or not. That Nate Saturn in a world of trouble in the wrong corner. Tony Purdue, snapmare off the ropes, and a sliding clothesline to Nate Saturn. That could be it. Saturn splayed out on the canvas. Not a lot of signs of movement from Nate Saturn. And 1, 2, almost a 3 count. Almost. I thought that might have been it. Tony Perdue stacking more punishment on top of Nate Saturn with those kicks. And Kevin Tyler back in the ring for a double team. Off the ropes. Double back elbow. And Anthony Xavier gets tempted to come into the ring again, and the referee trying to admonish him, and Nate Saturn is paying the price. Saturn looks kind of out of it right now. Kevin Tyler just tossing him around like a rag doll. Tony Perdue crushing those knees right into his midsection. And Tony Perdue jawing with Anthony Xavier again. And it did not work this time. Oh my gosh. A flying leg drop, sometimes called a rough rider, right onto Tony Perdue. Tremendous show of energy and heart from young Nate Saturn. But can he capitalize on it? He is not far away from his corner. Tony Perdue perhaps a little bit more lucid, but that was a huge move. I saw Tony Perdue's head get rocked off that canvas, and Perdue's back up, and Saturn's back up, and here come Kevin Tyler and Anthony Xavier. Anthony Xavier finally with his hands on Kevin Tyler, jawing at the beginning, but now the checks are getting cashed. Here is Kevin Tyler with a referee. Oh, Kevin Tyler, a low blow. And Kevin Tyler and Tony Perdue have stolen the tag team championship with that low blow and immediate roll up. All right, fans, I'm here with the Exposure Lane Cali. You're going to be taking on Eric Steele for the NICW title later tonight.
Before I allow my focus to drift to Eric Steele, I got to say, what a wonderful night it's been to see this great team known as the Mid-Atlantic Aces capture almost all the gold here. And you know, I've had my eyes set on the PWL Heavyweight Championship for a while now, but obviously, you know, that bird has come and go. It's flown. But now, I look on the wall, I see NICW, and I think, maybe that's a good title for me. The NICW World Championship would look great around my waist. So tonight, it's no more games. It's no more jokes. Eric Steele, I'm going to take you to the limit, and I'm going to drag you to waters that you just can't swim out of, and I'm going to become the new NICW Heavyweight Champion.
All right, Lane Cali taking on Eric Steele later tonight. All right, Eric Steele, you're going to be putting your title on the line tonight up against Lane Cali, a man that you're certainly familiar with.
The names haven't changed and the results are going to stay the same. Lane Cali tonight. Heads are gonna roll, baby. And hey, I've seen everybody out here talking about the Mid-Atlantic Aces. Hang on, I'm gonna need my hands in just a second. You got that? Is they gonna weigh you down?
I think I got.
Mid-Atlantic Aces, right? How many hours are we from the beach? About 6, 7? Mid-Atlantic Aces. None of you guys are aces. Kevin Tyler, he's a solid number 2. I'm talking so solid you need some fiber to get rid of that guy. All right? Tony Perdue is nothing but a little queen. And Joe Brody. Joe Brody is clearly a joker. But here's the thing about jokers. Jokers are always wild. And Joe Brody, you can call it what you want. You can say he's got a mental disorder. You can say he's got PTSD. But frankly, he is mentally disturbed one way or another. Because you'd have to be mentally disturbed to turn your back at all these great fans right here at the APW Sportatorium.
All right. I'm sorry.
You're fine. I'll forgive you. He's still new to this, guys. Give him some slack, right? But tonight, the business at hand is Lane Cali. And Lane Cali, the business is throwing lariats, and the business is good.
All right. Eric Steele putting his NICW World Heavyweight title on the line against Lane Cali next.
The NICW World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from Oceanside, California, weighing in at 229 pounds. He is Danny Ray's favorite wrestler, Lane Cali. His opponent from Bluefield, West Virginia, weighing in at 322 pounds, he is the reigning, defending NICW Heavyweight Champion of the World, Eric the Lariat Steele.
All right, fans, Clutch Carver with our main event here tonight at American Pro Wrestling. We have Eric the Lariat Steele putting up his NICW World Heavyweight Championship against the Exposure Lane Cali. These two actually locked up a couple weeks ago with Steele coming out on top. Steele maintaining that momentum with big shoulder blocks to Lane Cali. Cali already running in the corner. Steele signaled for a hip attack, but Lane Cali slipped to the outside. But Steele bringing him back in. Oh, back in the hard way. Lane Cali perhaps thinking that he scouted Eric Steele out from their last encounter, but off to an incredibly slow start this time. You know, in their last match, Cali actually came to the ring with a notebook that he claimed was a strategy guide to beat Eric Steele. And this week, he had a much more serious attitude in his challenge to Eric Steele. Oh, well, that'll take the smile off anyone's face the hard way. And Joe Brody is out here, and Lane Cali caught Eric Steele jawing Joe Brody and took full advantage of that. Why is Joe Brody out here? Lane Cali shouting out the Mid-Atlantic Aces earlier, but Eric Steele also challenging the Mid-Atlantic Aces earlier, so I'm not sure if he's out here on behalf of Lane Cali or against Eric Steele. But he's watching intently in the corner as Lane Cali staying on that leg of Eric Steele. Eric Steele, a very big guy with very big legs, but Cali trying to take those out from under him. It's hard to get a running start for that lariat if you can't walk. And Lane Callie shot across the ring, but clever maneuver, rebounded right into a little low drop kick. Eric Steele just almost trying to fight him off. Lane Callie twisting the ankle and then dropping down. Eric Steele turning the tables for a second. Lane Callie continuing to drop down on that leg until Eric Steele caught him with that t-shirt thrown into his face. Callie hoisted by his own petard for a second. Callie, huge shot to Lane Callie's face. I heard that all the way over here at the announce table. And Steele going on the offense, but can't capitalize quick enough. One, thanks to all that leg work, no pun intended, that Lane Callie has put in. Lane Callie shouting for the referee to ask about Eric Steele's willingness to participate in this match longer. Not sure exactly how that'll work, as he has apparently switched from the leg to a chin lock, and Eric Steele just snapped the fingers of Lane Callie. Eric Steele now fighting any way he can. And I tell you, those shots from that big ham hock of Eric Steele's can turn the tide quickly. But Lane Callie leaving no stone unturned and trying to gain the advantage against Eric Steele, went right for the eyes. Now going up to the second rope. Measured elbow drop right to the face. Eric Steele, only a 2 count. Steele finding it harder to kick out because of all that pain his leg is in, but still finding the strength. Eric Steele now a little back and forth, a big shot to Lane Callie, but Lane Callie is now fighting back, throwing kicks, elbows, forearms. I'm not sure this is where he wants to be. You don't quite want to be in a toe-to-toe battle with Eric Steele. Lane Callie going back to that leg, but now what's he? Oh, dragon screw leg whip. And that incredibly painful maneuver. Impressive that he could actually get that kind of a move on a guy Eric Steele's size. But that's even more damage, is all that weight from a man the size of Eric Steele getting twisted and coming down on that leg. And now Lane Callie with a leg grapevine, twisting the ankle. He actually had the foot tucked there, but Eric Steele using that weight advantage, now turning over onto Lane Callie. Had almost a sit-down sharpshooter on him. Now a jab, and another jab, and another jab. And looked like Eric Steele was going to flip-flop and fly. Lane Callie capitalizing. Oh my goodness, T-bone suplex. Lane Callie almost looking out on, I wouldn't even say on his feet, he's on his hands and knees, but Eric Steele going for that lariat, and couldn't capitalize again because of the leg, but got the bionic elbow right. on Lane Cali. And a huge cross body block, followed by a huge senton. And this could be it. 1, 2. Oh, so close. 2.999 for Eric Steele. I thought this was over, but Lane Cali dug down and kicked out. And this match continues. I have to say, Lane Cali's focus in this match, the last match they had, he seemed a little more lighthearted with his strategy guide, but he seems very focused and very intent. With it, little exchange here. Oh my goodness, a ripcord right into a clothesline. Right into that lariat. Anyway, but Tony Purdue is out here. And he said he just threw something into the ring. Is that a chain? Lane Cali has a chain and the referee has his back turned, has not seen a bit of it. Eric Steele, look out, Eric Steele! Oh, and right in the face, right on the nose of Eric Steele, and Lane Cali, that arm trap DDT. Joe Brody having a long conversation with round 2, 3, new champion, new NICW World Heavyweight Champion Lane Cali.
Here is your winner and the new NICW World Heavyweight Champion, the Exposure, Lane Cali. And I tell you what else, how about this? Should we make another announcement? I tell you what, how about this? There's another announcement to be made here tonight. You're looking at not just the new NICW World Heavyweight Champion, you're looking at the newest member of the Mid-Atlantic Aces. Guys, welcome him in here. We're off the air, baby. So long from Mountain State.
The following tag team match is scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first, at a total combined weight of 562 pounds, Baron Victor Krause and the Cuban mercenary, the Axis of Evil. Their opponents, at a total combined weight of 451 pounds, the team of Colton Tyler and the Snowman, James Frost.
All right, fans, welcome back to American Pro Wrestling. We're here with tag team action. We have the Axis of Evil this week consisting of Baron Victor Krause and Cuban Mercenary against the makeshift team of Colton Tyler and James Frost. I say makeshift because normally you wouldn't see a guy like Colton Tyler teaming with James Frost. A little bit of difference in attitude. But Colton Tyler this week trying to prove himself in tag team action. Start off, Cuban Mercenary with a headlock right away. Frost shoots him off the ropes. Oh, big shoulder block on James Frost. I think Mercenary was a bit confused by how quickly James Frost had gone into that drop down. Frost with a hip toss. And here in comes Colton Tyler up to the second rope. Double axe handle on the arm. Already some tag team cohesion from Colton Tyler and James Frost. Colton Tyler likes to work many body parts, primarily a technical wrestler, but Cuban Mercenary starting to take over, but Colton Tyler right back on the offensive. Nice little roll back into the top wrist lock. Austin Tyler. More tag team work with a double back elbow. Cuban Mercenary taking his lumps. Baron Victor Krause over in the corner, really not waiting on that tag, just observing. Colton Tyler in with a blind tag. Back up to the side.